Now, for more on this, we go over to the newsroom with Rihem.
Thank you, Mark, again. For further analysis on the escalating tensions in Lebanon, we're joined by Professor of Political Science and Specialist in Israeli Affairs, Dr. Ayman Shaheen, who joins us from Dublin on Qnews. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. First, can we start off with the major criticism that Netanyahu's government is facing, in addition to the Israelis in general, facing from leaders, specifically someone like the French President Emmanuel Macron? Do you think that this indicates that Netanyahu's government is very close to being isolated globally?
Yeah. Good evening. Actually, thank you for welcoming me. And regarding to Netanyahu, actually, after a year of this war against Gaza, this genocide war against Gaza, and then within the last few weeks started another war against Lebanon. This government, actually, I can say it is a fascist government, and that's not something radical to consider it as a fascist government. Since 7th of October 2023 till now, this government actually announced many targets, many targets. Nobody can actually recognize what are or what is the target, the Netanyahu's government's target. Many targets. He wanted to, for example, to occupy Gaza Strip. He wanted to establish military administration in Gaza Strip. He wanted to dismantle Hamas. He asked even on the 7th of October, if you remember, he asked Palestinians of the Gaza Strip to leave Gaza because he's going to launch a very devastated war. That's in his words, actually. He asked Palestinians of the Gaza to leave Gaza to give the Israeli army the opportunity to dismantle Hamas. So he wanted to occupy Rafah. He wanted to has control over Philadelphia border. He wanted to control the Rafah crossing, the only border between Gaza and the world through Egypt.
Yes.
Then he wanted to dismantle Hezbollah, and another ground war he launched against South Lebanon.
I see what you're trying to
he
get
wanted
at,
a
Dr.
new
Ayman.
Middle East regime. That many targets.
Yes.
Actually, this government announced, this Netanyahu announced. So this is the real fascism. This is
Yes,
the
but
real
does that
fascist
actually mean that this government
That's
could be
Netanyahu.
isolated?
What's about Smotrich and Ben Gvir? Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think that this means that this government could potentially be isolated or treated the way, for instance, South Africa was back in the times of the apartheid?
Yeah, actually, that's remind us of what exactly happened in South Africa during the apartheid regime. It is an isolated. Today, Israel is an isolated, between brackets, state. Even the traditional Israeli allies, the West, for example, the UK, the France. Yesterday, he accusated President Macron regarding about the Macron's speech that to halt the sending weapon to Israel. And look, the real traditional Israeli friends in the West, the French, the British, the Belgium, the Dutch, the Spanish, all of them are criticizing them. The European Union, many times they criticized Netanyahu, and that's on the official level. But also on the public level, you can see the march in the streets in the West, in the United States, in London, in many UK cities, in Belgium, in Spain, in
Yes, sir.
France, even in Germany.